to ABS, Freida.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on.
Pleasure to be here.
So this is a momentous casting coup to have you as an Indian actress playing a Palestinian in Julian Schnabel's latest film, Miral. How did you come about being cast for?
Julian, I think, had watched Slumdog Millionaire, and he was looking and casting a lot of, people, testing a lot of people for Miral. And I think it was, I'm not sure who was it, I think it was his son that told him to give Freida a chance, because she looks a lot like Rula. That was the first thing that came to their mind. And so Julian requested Danny Boyle and me to kind of find time between the whole Slumdog promotion, we're doing our press junkets in LA, and to put me on tape. And so Danny very graciously took the time out and put me on tape. And I did 3 scenes. One was the scene in the torture scene, just before the interrogation. And I did the scene with my father, 2 scenes with my father, and we sent it to Julian. And in 3 days, he called up and he said that it was so real when you told your Baba, I love you. It was so real that I just knew that I didn't need to test you for any of the other scenes. The rest of it would just follow suit. So I was very lucky that he gave me a scene that I could, really believe in. I love my dad to bits. So it kind of translated in that scene as well. And that's how I got cast.
And who played your dad in that?
And Danny Boyle played my father, and I feel this, which is kind of so amazing. I mean, Danny is such an amazing person to be able to, well, he was promoting his film, but to take time and be generous enough to help me get my next project. So I'm very grateful to him, very grateful.
After your breakout role in Slumdog Millionaire, you've been quite careful about the films that you've gotten yourself cast in. What responsibility do you feel towards Indian cinema and all of that to carry your name?
I feel it's very important to, now that I've been given a chance, and I've been given this amazing chance actually, and a platform to make a difference. So I feel my number 1 priority was to not stereotype anymore. It's been happening for a very long time. Sometimes still happens, and I feel by being able to take up something as removed as from what we would think is the Indian mindset, to play a Palestinian, completely different, would help set that up, to kind of set the momentum for what the future is to hold for a lot of Indian actors as well. And I feel there are such amazing stories that have come from India. So if I were given the opportunity of portraying those amazing stories, I would be willingly just take them up. But as far as the stereotypical ones come, I think it's a no to them. And I think the other thing was to kind of take the focus off ethnicity in a way. That was another responsibility that I felt would be. And of course, the story is so amazing, you just have to be part of a story like Miral.
Is there a particular director that you would like to work with in Indian cinema?
Quite a few of them, actually. And I feel a lot of young directors who are coming out with new ideas, very unique in a way, not borrowed in, and something that's so real. I'd love to be part of their cinema. Growing up, there was this director who made this film called Rothe, which Nagesh Kukunur, who directed this film called Rothe, which I thought was so interesting. It's a story about boarding school and boys in school, and just growing up, a story about teenagers. And I thought that was so fascinating and so real in a way, a story about love in a way. And then now there's a director that I really admire is Anurag Kashyap. I don't know if he has any film over here, does he? No. But he had a film at the Toronto Film Festival and at Venice. And I feel if there's someone who's doing it right, it's Anurag.
Have you seen That Girl in Your
I haven't seen that one, but I've seen his other films. And I really do. I think Dev D is an amazing film.
I agree. How do you feel about elegance? You obviously embody elegance, and you were a fashion model before.
You don't see me at home.
But who represents elegance for you?
So cliched when I say this all the time, but my mother, I would say. I know it sounds so cliched, but I mean, I've met a lot of elegant women. I feel Rula is extremely elegant, at the same time so brave to just speak her mind. But my mom has a kind of elegance that I can just always aspire to have. Maybe, I don't know if I'll ever have it, but I can always aspire to have that kind of elegance. Very calm and patient and tolerant, and so there's so much love and warmth with, when she speaks. And I feel a lot of us when you're young, we're so aggressive. And that kind of elegance that she has is something that I'd love to embody.
It's not cliche at all. It's actually lovely. What is something about you that most people don't know?
Let's see, when people talk about my elegance, they don't know I'm obsessive compulsive freak of nature. I am very obsessed about almost anything that I take up. I get so involved in it that I need someone to tell me to stop, just stop and take a minute, So if I start unpacking a bag, I'll do it with a vengeance. But if I get into a role, I'll do it with a vengeance. I'm very obsessive, but in a good way. It's always helped me. It's my style. It's always helped me.
What do you like most about the film industry, and what is your pet peeve about it?
Superficiality is pet peeve, and what I like most about it is the fact that we're given an opportunity to express ourselves in a way that is almost, how do I say it, that is not violent, not aggressive, but in a very dignified fashion. And I feel the film industry really gives you that opportunity to capture stories from all parts of the world, whether it's a fairy tale-like story or whether it's a true story, irrespective. And that's my experience with the film industry so far, where I feel there has been an equal opportunity for me, whether I was playing a primatologist in Caesar Rise of the Apes or whether I was playing Miral. They gave me this chance, and I think that is the amazing bit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.